Well, it's exactly 10 o'clock, isn't it? Bang on time. Bang on time. Hope everyone's well. I'll let a few people join. So here we are on Thursday. Steve at 10. Bang on 10 o'clock. Nice to see you all. Quick, what'd you say? Quick what? Wait. Oh yes, so a little bit of Guinness Zero left. Michael, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. This is good having a start time, isn't it? I sent a text to your group. Oh, thanks, Ben. I'll announce it a little bit later. I think we're going to start this WhatsApp group up, which is going to be I'll do like a membership thing. It's $9.99. I don't think it's bad for a month, because we're going to have to manage it a little bit. It's a 24-hour type thing. Hello, Terry. How are you doing? Nice to see you. So, anybody who is interested in joining the group, just text me on this number. I'll put the national bit on it in a minute. And hello, Linda. I'm just talking about this WhatsApp group. It's something quite healthy at the moment. Anybody wants to get on it, just text me on that number. Or if you're overseas, obviously it's +44. I'll find the little plus thing. Where's the little plus thing on here? I can't find it. Yes, I can. +44. So jot this number down. Or put that on your phone, and just text me and say you're interested in the WhatsApp group, because it's going to be good that, because you can also chat to each other. Linda, hi again. Were you Black Sabbath? Yeah. I was always paranoid and on a crazy train. Good band. I'm surprised Ozzy last that long. He had a hell of a problem with drugs when he was very young. Well, we did it with alcohol, didn't we? So, he did well, hasn't he? I'm interested by him monthly payments for everything. Well, you can't. There's nothing much free, Ben, these days, is there? And it takes a lot of work to do this. 30 pence a day, Ben, is not a lot, to be fair. If you're going to get benefits from something, it's worth 30 pence a day. I walk past most bus stops every day, and there's 30 pence on the floor, out on the ground. So it's not a lot, is it? Maybe stop paying some charities or something. I don't know. It's up to you. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I've just been talking about this. Follow you, and you really helped me a lot. Thanks, Linda McAllister. Good of you. I've taken all the ads off these now, in the hope it'll flow better. So if you're doing if you benefit from this channel, then please just drop a coffee or maybe a super chat in there, because I do want to help. Hello, Dazza. Hey, nice to see you. How are you? Thursday night should be quite a lively night, I hope. I mean, it's not always going to be busy all the time, isn't it? You know what I mean? I think it'll be good. Teddy, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I didn't know who this Hulk Hogan was until somebody mentioned it. It was a wrestler guy, wasn't he? And I don't know what age he was, because Osbourne was 76, wasn't he? But even 76 isn't that old. But with his history, he's done well to get to that age, hasn't he? Really, because he was in a hell of a state, really. He wasn't in the best. 71 was Hogan, was he? I didn't know him. Is he some sort of American wrestler or something, isn't he? So I wasn't really into that sort of thing, to be honest with you. I used to watch Big Daddy and all them years ago. James, how you doing, mate? I'm just saying here, if anybody wants to join this WhatsApp group, I'll put the number again. I should have pinned it at the top now. 7837205 361. Yeah, that'd be good. The WhatsApp group. You can actually talk to each other then. Going to Carnaby Street tomorrow, Steve. Yeah. call in the Red Line. It's just behind Hamleys. You've got Regent Street, obviously the main street. Then you've got Kingly Street. Then you've got Carnaby Street next to it. You come through Kingly Mews, and if you come out of there, turn right down, but just behind Hamleys. Behind Hamleys, rear entrance, you know what I'm saying, where they do the deliveries. Yeah, Bone Chip, you might be right there, yeah. Gene, look, does he? But he was destroyed. He really is amazing. Well, I know somebody saw a few years ago and he said his voice was just as good, which is incredible in his 70s, isn't it? When you've been so ill and you've had so much drink and narcotics through your system, he's done amazingly. It's actually incredible. I'll put a video up tonight. It's called, how do you finally give up alcohol? Let me know how you've given up, if you have given up for life. And I'll tell you basically what you've got to do. A little bit of what you've got to do. As he did a show weeks before he died in Birmingham, so he got away with, yeah, amazing. I tell you, he got away with it. I said before, this has got no ads on it. I think it's much better. More people coming on. If you're finding the lives helpful, I hope you are, and you want to support the channel, then send a super chat or just buy a coffee or something. It all helps the channel, and it helps me make content like this for you. Really, you don't have to do that, but it just is. It's good that the way it's panning out at the moment, and I think this. Hello, Samara. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I hope that it pans out well. It's working quite well at the moment for people to interact. I think there's somewhere for people to go as well for a little bit of knowledge-based stuff. Really, can be very serious on here. At the end of the day, we had a bit of a laugh last night. A few of the people on here, Birdie and all them. But really, this is a lifesaver. It can be a lifesaver for people because there's people on this channel who know a hell of a lot about medicine, a hell of a lot about how to quit, what keeps you off it, relapse prevention tips and all that sort of thing. But thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I just think we can make a big thing. Our mission here is to keep everybody alive and healthy, because the summer's a time to relapse, but I think the winter time as well. Once we get a little bit further into the year, and the dark nights come September, October, that's when it's dangerous as well, because you can deflect things a little bit in the summer. You go to the beach and do something else, go for a walk. In the winter, you're pretty much trapped. And you get beard. You live in that, can't you? The tendency is to think, oh, I'm fucking sick of my life. I watch a bit of telly, watch a good film, I'll get some beers in. You can't be bothered with the gym. It's not a very nice day. It's a bit of sleet. Jonathan, channel is great and long may it continue. You're saving lives and having a laugh at the same time. Thanks very much, Teddy. We can be serious if you want to be, but I think we've got to have a little bit of humility at times. Joe, I've been watching Steve's videos for the last few months, and today is the day I've started to end this now. Nice one, Joe. I've been speaking to you. We'll sort you out. Anybody else who's interested in one-to-one mentoring and support, there's a link to that in all of the video descriptions. My number's on there as well. The one was on here as well. Robert, I thrived and stumbled. What guides me is this: my love of sobriety exceeds my love for alcohol. That's good, Robert. Yeah, you've got to fall in love with sobriety. You really have. It'll take you to a different level. I went to a pub today, only on call. I just kept thinking about how productive I can be. Yeah, the thing is, you got so much energy, haven't you? When you're off it, one step at a time. To all of us, to Joe as well, who's starting out on a big journey. It's not the sprint, as I said before. It's a marathon, isn't it? It's a marathon. I'll back me up on that. So you've got to be productive. You've got to be. The energy levels will triple. I mean, tenfold what you were when I was drinking. But I was very ill, as you know, and a lot of us have been very ill. A lot of us got the potential to be very ill. But if we can keep people off the booze and focus on something that's a bit more healthy, and everyone become more healthy and save lives, we can do it together. It's a fantastic thing to get a message saying, you saved my life. And I get that out all the time. It's great. And I hope I'm helping people. And if I am, then I said drop a super chat or just buy a coffee or something. It helps me to keep making content and keep busy with this. The WhatsApp group's going to be fantastic because it'll allow people to talk openly on the private WhatsApp group. It's only $9.99 a month. I don't think that's bad. 30 pence a day for something which is quite exclusive, or will be exclusive, because it's going to take off massively, this. because I've got a core group here, about 50 good people who've been here every day for the last week and a half, or a couple of weeks really. Darren reminiscing today in town, sort of laughing, walk past the pub, rattling. Needed a livener. No. Did you go down at one? Barmaid turned to ask for money. I ordered another pint. Well, there you go. Because I've just given you one. Who's took it? Me, it's gone. Down to one. Another place. Swear stopped. Panic stopped. A lot. Is in. You hit two, yeah. Evening, Steve. How are we doing? Okay. Here's Bassett again. Hope everyone is well. Thank God it's Saturday. We'll be Saturday soon. It's been a bit. I've had a very busy day as well. Really busy, but not doing this, doing something else. Been all over Durham. Paul knows, Shildon, places like that. Crook. Day 3 of withdrawals almost over. Well done, Paul. Nice one. Talking amongst ourselves. Or ilk is what work. I think that's good. So Robert can text or WhatsApp Russell and text and WhatsApp Darren and get into a group yourselves. Because you don't need me there all the time. On WhatsApp, because it might be questions you want to ask it. It'd be like a mini chat GPT, wouldn't it? I know he's going to get a lot of questions as Submariner because he's very knowledgeable. Well, you're all very knowledgeable in your own way, and people will emerge as leaders as well. It's just a natural thing. Watching from my hospital bed after 9 liters of assist. No, Russell, did you have a transplant? Hello, Neil. How are you? Linda McAllister, your channel and posts have helped me cut down. Good. You can stop. As Drew said, the one-to-one mentoring. If you join this WhatsApp group, then we'll be able to keep on it all the time, you see. It's ours, yeah, Michael. It's amazing to deliver. Text me on this number and I'll get you joined up. I'm going to get a link to my daughter's and sort of link up. Cheers, Neil. Yeah, the liver can regenerate. Once it's scarred, you'll always have the scarring. I mean, I've got cirrhosis, but I have got this this sort of well, it's basically perfect. It's good liver function. That's what I've got now. And if you've got good liver function, then you can do anything really. It means that your blood's normal again, isn't it? You know, because in between all the scarring, there is this the parts of the liver that work well, and that's the main thing, isn't it? If as long as you just don't drink anymore, that's the key. You can't have cirrhosis and drink more. But that's something which you've got to work on your head. I'll come on to that in a minute. I've pinned that coffee link at the top if anyone wants to donate something or put a super chat in. I was speaking to somebody the other week. I told you, he started drinking zero Guinness and he's been told he knew he had cirrhosis about 5 years ago and he kept drinking. And he was told the other day that if he doesn't stop drinking, he'll die. He was being sick in the morning or and what happened was he was told, like, don't drink again. He said, I'm going to give it a month. It's no good that you've got to give it for life. I'll talk about that in a second. So, giving up a drink is the easy bit compared to the hard work of staying sober. I agree. Staying sober is where it really comes into play, and getting into a system by a concealable message. Yeah, we all feel down at times. We've got to pull ourselves out of that by realizing how bad we're going to be. Yeah, but Darren agrees. Yeah, to stop for life, you have to be fully committed to it. It's not easy. To be successful, then you have to push it all the time. You have to train every day. You know, and that's how you're going to do it. You're going to think to yourself, every time you fancy a drink, then you've got to think, well, where's it going to take me? And be committed every time. Because you've taken the first drink of poison when you're 14, 15, they keep throwing it down your neck for years and years and years. You've got to turn that around completely. Lisa Michelle, 7:14 here in Sydney. Good morning, everyone. Hiya, how are we doing? Bertie, take milk thistle. Is that any good, Linda, the milk thistle? And Andy, the videos and contact you put on, really helpful. And really does make you think about giving up. Thanks, Andy. I thought you earlier. We'll sort you out. I can show you how to get sober and stay sober. So Marina says, staying sober is the bit that needs a bit of work on it. I'm going to get some from Holland. Adrian, Grantonian, Claire, well done. So you've got to be committed to this. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have an incentive, very strong incentives to stay sober. If you haven't got that, it's going to be difficult because you focus on it all the time. You can't let your guard down, if that makes sense. You've got to be very, very focused on it. And you've got to be a success. Why not join the exclusive members group of non-drinkers? Because it's not just you don't just stop because of your. Hello, Leslie. You don't just stop because of your health and your money and all. You've got to switch your emotional side as well. Forget about the good times and does it do you any good and the fear of missing out. There's a lot more to it than just stopping, as Submariner says. It's having that focus to live a better life and become a better person. And that's the main crux of it. And you've got to, if you want to stop and stay off it, you've got to commit it. It's the best way to put it, commit. Commit to being sober. And that's very important in all of this, So if you find this life helpful and you would like to support me and the channel and each other, then please maybe send it to a chat. Hit the coffee link, whatever you fancy. Leslie, hi. See, when I first went to see a deck boy in Merchant Navy, we had bars on the ship, so you could go into drinking at an early age. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Bars everywhere. There was a bar in every police station, police club, with subsidised booze. My drinking career never got to that point of physical consequences, but what it did me emotionally, it wrecks your brain. It did with mine, Robert. It really wrecked my brain. Darren, I've tried milk thistle. There's a few figures now. I'm not really sure what figures are there, but I know the guy I was talking about who was going to stop for a month. His bilirubin level was 120. Supposed to be 15-ish. You know what I mean? Which is not good. So commitment, focus, and a belief. But you got to believe in yourself. I can do this. I can stop. I've got no reason to drink. I've been throwing this poison down my neck all my life. Another thing, this is something I heard the other day. People say maybe you can drink in moderation. Right. If you went, there's the only thing that people say you can do in moderation. If you went to a doctor and said, I've been taking heroin for the last 6 years, right? The doctor's going to say to you, you have to completely stop heroin. He's not always 0%, Tom, and I've got a coffee now. The doctor's going to say, you're not going to say you can moderate heroin, is he? You can moderate or her. They're not going to say you can moderate cocaine because it gets stuck off, wouldn't it? So why they say, oh, just cut down to 2 or 3? It's a drug. It kills people. It should be 0. That's it. So why do they say moderation? Hi, Tom. That's fine. Yeah, got fatty liver, which is first stage. Could get worse. Yeah, you got to watch what you're doing, but you really have to be careful with this because, like I said, we'll have a serious talk here. We'll also have a laugh at some point as well, but we're looking after ourselves. And you're looking after everybody else in here, and we're going to get to a point where we can help a lot more people. So focus, realize it's not going to do any good. Get rid of this fear of missing out, carry on. Because you're missing out on nothing. All you're doing is joining a load of people who are slowly committing suicide. That's the reality of it, isn't it? Went around Merchant Navy booze was so cheap, it was cheaper than soda. Well, there you go. Yeah. Bertie, I binge on and off, need to stop altogether. But Bertie, there's a link in the video's description of the videos. Get on there. Thanks very much, Dazza, for that coffee. Anybody else wants to support the channel, and please do. The coffee link's at the top, or drop a super chat in. It'll help me to continue to do this because I want to continue to do this. I want to get the WhatsApp thing going as well. Tony MC, good evening, and then we can all have somewhere to dip into because we all get a bit lonely at times. We'll get a bit down. Sometimes might want a little bit of advice. You can go to, because I'm not going to be on WhatsApp 24 hours a day, but somebody will be. What do you think I should do about this? Okay, there's nowhere else you can do that. I can't think of anywhere else you can go on and be part of a group of people who are all very similar, the same mindset and the same goal, which is to be sober and be healthy and get more healthy. Hi, Rich. And all you got to do is text the number. I'll send you a link, or daughter will send you one. We'll get it sorted out. So this about. Now just put this +44, Karen, because I think that'll be good to be able to tap into something. Because it's nice to tap into. You can't ring 111 every night, can you? Get some weary operators being there for 12 hours. They'll be sick of their lives. Bertie, that's at weeks binging and weeks off, but it's getting harder to stop. The binge are getting worse. The problem with the binges is the relapse after the binge will be worse as well. What is 50 up? I mean, top, middle of my screen, 50 up. 50 up. I don't know what that is. All I've got on my screen is live 2044, 5711, and then the rest of it. What is 50 up? No idea. XP, I'm not sure about that. Thanks again, Dazza, for that coffee. It's really, really helpful. And so you need to be focused and you need to be committed. And you have to think, well, I'm not going to drink this because I've put this hard work. I'm coming off this. Not that difficult, is it? Not to have a drink again. Don't pick up. That's all you got to do. Keep it in your head. Have this mantra in your head, right? I am not going to drink this poison anymore, right? When you get that into your head, it becomes easier. And every day you're sober becomes easier. But you also feel strong sometimes. You feel better and you think, I want to drink now. I want to be back in the game, back with the boys and girls or whatever. But really, they're in the bottom rung of society. Some of them, not all of them. Some people can drink perfectly socially, but we can't. It's as simple as that. My parents did for years. My dad died when he was roughly 92. A couple of days for his birthday. My mother's 94. She's still alive. Hello, Dennis. How are you doing? Mr. All Sorts, I've had fatty liver for 30 years. You can live a normal life, no problem, as long as you don't drink too much. Yeah, good point. Stephen tried to send a coffee, but it wouldn't go through. Okay, Linda, you can do a super chat in here as well, whatever you like. And thanks for what you're doing. Appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate everybody on here, and a little donation here and there. It goes a long way to help me keep this running and keep everything ticking over. I was sending a number to Kevin, but he said it's for you to initiate. Oh yeah, I'm going to speak to him, Timmy. I haven't got around to it yet. I've had a few other things to do today. But my partner has been quite busy, but we'll get in touch with him. I've watched a few of his videos in the past, and he's good. He seems a good guy. I said before, I did 3 months no boozing was okay. Decided then to have a couple over the weekend, spouting into 2 or 3 bottles. This is a problem, Jonathan. Get off it. Do the one-to-ones. There's a link in there. You can do that. Keeping everything tickety-boo. Yeah, good, Tom. Michael Moran, I can't unsee it now. Now, evening news, Stephen. How are you doing? Nice seeing you, I thought it said evening news. I said news at 10. See you at 10. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's benefiting from this and enjoying it, really. And I think once you get the WhatsApp group going, the number's on there. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll put it on again. That'll be really good for you, for us all, to just, because we want to have questions, won't we? And instead of Googling things and going, what's it like just to have 1 after 3 months off? Text one of the people on here, or WhatsApp one somebody in the group, and somebody will get back to you straight away. I imagine if there's a few hundred people in here, I drink 3 days a week now, student. Is that too much? No, I don't think so. Unless you're having 25 pints 3 days a week, it is. You've got to be, I think you've got to be sensible about it, haven't we? And don't be too purist about it. Not everyone turns into an alcoholic. Not everyone is an alcoholic, Let's get a group started between Steve and everyone in the chat. Yeah, I've already started up. If you text this number, I'll add you to it. I just haven't got the links ready and stuff to put it together. I'll be done by next week. If you're interested, then just drop that link. I've got a few numbers now, a few names, and I think it'll be good to be able to contact each other, because already there's a link between a lot of us, isn't there? Which is really helpful. And the main theme of tonight is how to quit and stop forever, And I said before, it's a commitment for life, this, isn't it? It's worse than getting married. You can't find another way of doing it. You've just got to be off it. There is no choice anymore of social drinking. It's the third choice is gone, had the choice of drinking and killing themselves, not drinking, or social, haven't got social. Just got drink yourself to death or get sober. What's that to make liver fatty? Geese get 40 they do. Foie gras, that's when they get fed to make the liver fatty. They do, yeah. That's a good point. Then. Just a patty, isn't it? Right, we'll move to another topic here. Right. Yeah, alcohol and cancer risk. Quite a lot of people will get esophageal cancer, which is linked to alcohol use. A lot of those people smoked as well, mind. Maybe how long have you been off? Don't worry too much about seizure if you depends on what you've been drinking. If you're completely dependent on it, then it's dangerous to stop, isn't it? Obviously, Deborah, I've got some coffee in a cup. The elephant cup. So be careful with what's coming off it suddenly. I mean, most people say you've got to tape it down. Who said that your number won't work? Let's have a look. It won't work. I've gone here. It's +44. I'm just text this lady. This is +44 Europe, isn't it? Technology is supposed to make things easier. It doesn't, does it? It cocks things up a lot of time. It's definitely in use, Penny. So there we go. Don't worry about this. Lisa I had 2 days off in 30 years. That was like me. So maybe you see a doctor. That'll be good. We've got 63 people on here now, which is brilliant, isn't it? Really good. And the cancer risk, esophageal cancer, stomach cancer, I believe, and a few other things linked to it. They reckon it's a class 1 carcinogenic or whatever. I can't know the technical terms about it. But I know that one thing about it, if you have any illness at all, even a cold or a flu or something like that, alcohol will make everything much, much worse. Yeah, it's not something which is going to repair you or help you. Deborah, we've just been talking about Ozzy Osbourne. So you've got to be careful with this illness thing. And what you want to do is, when you get off the drink, you want to focus totally on your health. Well, totally on your health. You've got to focus on your health, and you want to get well again. You've got a lot of time to make up, You think of all the years you've spent, drinking, recovering from drinking, not doing well at work, having time off, and not treating your partner very well, and all that sort of thing, Bertie, good point. Don't just stop. Yeah, it's hardcore boozing if you only had 2 days off. We're Britain. Hello, how you doing? Nice to see you. Darren Brennan, when I deep sea and merchant. Deep sea and merchant navy. Bottle of Beck's was 25 pence. Jesus Christ, so cheap, isn't it? We're a bit high. Neil Noble, how can I initially get to know your appreciation and self-love for only get a week sober? That's all I ask. Well, you got to look at that on a personal basis, haven't you? Thanks, Neil, for that one. Yeah, so you commitment, and then you've got to be focused, and you've got to be the point where you're not worried anymore about your life. When you can relax without alcohol, that's when you really want it, When you can relax with a bit of music, relax with somebody, relax with a book, or relax with a cup of coffee. Not have this constant worry about drinking, get the next drink, and all that sort of thing. That's when the problem comes. I hope these are flowing better with no adverse tomorrow. Maybe try your best. Make sure you've got some booze in the house. I want easier going cold turkey if I knew that I had some sort of booze now. Yeah, it's a good point, Submarine. Yeah, always have a little bit back just in case you really start to panic. I rang the helpline. They said it's all about little wins and don't feel shit if you fall off. No, I've relapsed hundreds of times in a way. On $4.50 for a case, $24 when I went to see. That's mad, isn't it? $4.50 for a case. No, but the submariners, the naval people went in the free forward drink. I say if you want to drop a super chat in, please do, or hit the buy me a coffee link because we've got no ads on here, which makes it flow better. I hope it's a better viewing experience, if that makes sense. Rains up on the house thing. How many people would die if alcohol was suddenly outlawed tomorrow? Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, I nearly died. I had those seizures, didn't I? Straight away. Within a few hours of giving up. I'm happy when I'm not drinking for weeks, but always go back. This is the problem. But Bertie, do that. Hit the link, Deacon's link in the description. I'll do one-to-one with you. There's only one down payment, and I'll get all the rest free, like the follow-up and welfare checks and all that. Thank you so much, Darren Brown. Darren Brown. Another thing, somebody else here. I was a smuggler for years. Free booze. Yeah, I suppose it will. Does it help you relax? Because in the last last 10 years of drinking, I didn't relax at all. I was completely worn out with it all, to be honest with you. I didn't feel well. I drank because I felt the need to, you know what I mean? And I just thought, well, if I'd stop, I'm going to have another seizure. So it is frightening. It is very worrying when you get to that point, And it's really, really bad. And this is why people worry about it, because the fear of withdrawal is massive. Then, in my view, this is why the NHS should give you some sort of medication. Todd, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I've just been talking about a few different subjects about quitting for good. You need some commitment. You need some effort. You need to focus on it as well. You've got to completely change your mindset and your hobbies. I mean, how many people? Hi Todd. How many people put all that time in their life to drink, and they don't do anything else? Most heavy drinkers have no other hobbies. Well, the class drinking is a hobby. For me, it was a necessity. When you're off drinking, you find lots of stuff to do. I'm much busier. Lisa, stay home between the last drink and seizure. I had another drink for 12 hours, another seizure. Horrendous. The fantasy of just a little relief when my hackles are up. Something wrote with it, yeah. You've got to slow down your breathing, calm down, and find another way to get off. Another way to relax quicker. Somebody gets on your tits, as it were. And you'll know the longer you go alcohol free, the more you will like yourself. Yeah, you love yourself. You become more confident. Without being arrogant, you just become confident. You walk if you go to the gym as well, you walk tall. Everything happens to you. Posture's better. Your muscles feel better. You just feel better. All your aches and pains will go to a degree. I mean, you'll not be super fit when you're 50 odd or 60 odd, but you'll feel good. I also believe quitting alcohol when you live alone is virtue. I did on my own. I'm not on my own now. Well, I am. I mean, tonight, but I mean, I've got a relationship. We're not together all the time. You have a little girl with a disability, and every day is hard. How am I meant to relax without a glass of wine at night? I know you're saying like, you got used to that. There are ways to get to relax. If you hit the link in the description, I can do a one-to-one. We think give us some help, try and help you get off it. Good evening, Matthew. As I said earlier, there's no ads on these now. I hope it's better for you. If you want to support the channel, then please hit the Buy Me Coffee link or drop a little super chat in or something. So Claire, I understand what you're saying. You've got difficulties, but having a glass of wine, I get it. I did it for years after work. It's horrendous. Certain things trigger you off and you feel like, well, this is my reward for the day. You've got to try and change your mindset to thinking I'm going to do something else, because the reward for a day might not bother you. Just what your glass of wine, then I don't think you have a problem drinking. You just have the odd glass. But if you go crazy with it, then you may go into that different level, to separate yourself from alcohol. Yeah, it's out of the question until it isn't. My pattern for 20 years, 4 years, 2 years now. 4 years, 2 years now. I haven't had 90 days. Well, that's good. So you haven't had 90 days worth free of it. Yeah. Hi, Anne. Hope you're well. Todd Sanders, what aspirations or dreams do you have left in life? Now, forgive me with the sauce. Good question. I've got much more in my life than I did when I was drinking. Much more. I want to do more. Claire, I'll go swimming at a local pool. It knocks me out. Good point. Exercise, good. Sauna, steam, anything like that. Just go with low cost place. You don't have to go mad with cash. When I stopped, well cut down. good stash for a safety net. More psychological, yeah, it's psychology, having a stash for yourself. There's 60 people on now. Let's get to 70, please. We used to put free half day on the lads with ships, bar proppers, barbecue on deck. Yeah, just social, wasn't it? We were all very social, but did we realise the risks or health risks when we were younger? Nobody told us. We're told to stay away from drugs, other drugs, but not alcohol. It's madness, isn't it? Smoking is also bad. Smoking and drinking all day is not good. Yeah, you got to go for the cigarettes as well. Yeah, you really have. Really got to go for cigs. I said before, I've got no ads on here, so if you want to maybe drop a coffee in or a sort of chat, I'd be most grateful. Helps me to continue doing these because it does take a bit of research and whatnot. And once you get the WhatsApp group going, that'll be good as well. And you interact on there. And I'll put a number up again if you want to get involved in that. I've got quite a few numbers, so I'm just putting them together. It takes a little bit of time to do it. I'll just put the international code on, just in case there's people from all over the world, isn't it? Has anybody got any specific questions? Because I'm going to have a little bit more talk about this alcohol and relaxing without it, because I could never relax without a drink. And that was my problem. So I used to have a drink when I was stressed, a drink when I was busy, a drink when I wasn't busy, and a drink when I was trying to relax. So it was everywhere, wasn't it? It was all the time. And that's the problem, isn't it? People are actively encouraged to drink when they're 18. You know, you can drink legally now, and people think, oh, it's wonderful. That. It's madness, isn't it? I didn't know alcohol was addictive until I turned 30. Yeah, late 20s, I think I was when I found a bit of a problem. It was a massive problem. It turned me into a raging lunatic in a way. An introverted lunatic. I couldn't speak to anybody. I became a pain fucking arse. My family must have gone bananas with me, really. I just can't remember what went on sometimes. I was like so out of it. I didn't like them coming around to the flat. I didn't want to meet them anywhere. Going for Sunday lunch was a chore. Couldn't drive. I was completely controlled by it. It wasn't a good place to be. So I'm sure this WhatsApp group's going to be good for everybody. We'll really take off that because it's a good place to chat, interact, maybe have a bit of accountability, and do like group meetings or something like that. Hello, Shane, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Quite a lot of people on tonight, I'm surprised. Any thoughts around drink, drugs, and your addiction? Separate yourself from the actual addiction. Most people drink to celebrate. Alcoholics drink to anything. Yeah, it's true. Alcoholics drink for any reason. My mind was just to get through the day, if possible, even when I was struggling. Manchester 99, hi, how are you doing? Nice to see you. 27, I had my first detox. Really, I could have had a detox then. I could have done one. Did you think about it? I was just struggling through life. And it was just hard. My life became very, very difficult when I was quite a young man, really. I shouldn't have done. I'd love to get into schools and colleges and, warn people. My girlfriend wants to sleep with me when I'm drinking in case I piss the bed. Yeah, there's all sorts of terrible reasons why we can't drink anymore. It's simple as that. That's why you've got to be committed to stopping. You can't just say, I'm going to stop for a month like this guy does that I spoke to who's got cirrhosis. You have to be off forever. Like I said, do you want to die? Do you want to live? That's just black and white as it gets. Do you want to be around at Christmas or do you want to die? And that is the science of it, really, isn't it? You can't just have 2 or 3 a week. And what's the point anyway? Because we as alcoholics, or we as problem drinkers, people with alcohol use disorder, we go out to have a really good time and get the buzz done. We don't just have 1 or 2. And I couldn't go for 1 or 2 ordinary lagers. I had to have premium lagers. I got used to I couldn't drink Carling, Black Label. What the hell's all that about? Or this core stuff. It's just like pee, isn't it? And you get more. That's what I mean. I'm surprised I didn't go to spirits and wine, but I didn't. I used to just got the premium. But some of the lagers, have you ever had that Leffe? I think that's about 6-7%. That Leffe stuff. Looks like a champagne bottle. Mark, I put a lot of weight on for alcohol when I was in hospital for hernia, so I'd lost 10 pounds of weight. Huge responsibility. Polish lager. Yeah, I've never tried that. I just drink 0% now. Claire, you will get through 100% one day at a time. Yeah, one day at a time is the only way to do it. And 333, we all like to hear good news about our bad habits. Relaxation is only a temporary state full of bad anxiety, massive anxiety. It's always massive anxiety. It's absolutely horrendous. Thanks for everybody who came on last night and everybody who put a donation in. By the Buy Me Coffee link or the super chats as well. You do the same tonight if you want to, and it helps me create these things for you and put the videos out as well. The video tonight was good about how to quit. I thought it was quite good. Anyway. How to quit for life, because that's ultimately what we want to do, isn't it? We just want to quit for a day. We want to quit forever, and it's not that easy, is it? Thanks again, Tazza, for the first donation of the day. And it's not easy to stop something which you've enjoyed. That's the problem. But as you get more into it and you get more addicted to it, you don't enjoy it. It just becomes a chore. Life. In the champagne bottle used to be one of them I go to. Well, mad, isn't it? Oh, Leffy in the champagne bottle. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, it's really strong, isn't it? I can't stand the tipsy feeling. I only enjoy being pretty drunk. I know what you mean. I'd had no stop button, you see. No on-off switch from moves on. Every day that I drink is a win. Very true, mate. Dublin photo, I was nearly off it completely until I fell in love. Well, that happened to me. I was off for 8 years and fell in love with some, I thought it was in love, it wasn't really. But I am now. With somebody completely different, much better. Life from Manchester, Piccadilly Gardens is an interesting place. I'm not, Shane from Manchester. Yeah. I like Piccadilly Gardens. Pebble dashing the bog, horrendous. Your digestive system just collapses, I watched a brilliant program called Going Sober on Comedy Distributors, seeing alcoholics describe your life. It does, man, yeah. Where was that program? Do you believe you can drink? You drink too much? No driver's license yet. Drink has been my only relief. Yeah, that's the thing. You get used to it being your only relief. And I did as well. I had no hobbies outside the pub or the boozer. It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It just continues into this vicious cycle of nonsense and anxiety and hatred for yourself. I said before, I'll keep pushing this, but if you benefit from the channel, then please drop a coffee in or a super chat or something. It helps me keep this channel going and have new ideas as well. And I'm really sure this WhatsApp group will take off because it'll be a chat room away from. We'll do this as well, but it'll be a separate thing. If you people pissed off at 3 o'clock in the morning, there'll be somebody on that WhatsApp to help you out. It's like a self-help group, isn't it? I think it'll be really good. It'd be more focused unless if you're seriously ill and you've got to ring the hospital. I mean, the ambulance group. If you just want to chat, if you're feeling a bit anxious, then we can get onto this WhatsApp group. Guy Rick from Sober Start should have you mentor him. Have you mentored him? Mentor him. I'm not sure about him. He mentioned me a couple of times through his videos. I'm not sure about what he's doing. I haven't watched enough of them, to be honest. Shane of South England, I've seen the Charlie V video. You blow red, Bertie. Yeah, I don't know much about him, so I'd rather stay off that shit. But like everyone, each their own, Good luck to him if he's got problems. Alcohol and aging, well, it just ages you. It knackers your skin, it knackers your organs, it makes you lethargic, you lose purpose in life. That's nothing. When you drink, your purpose disappears, and you've got to have a purpose in life, haven't you? If you haven't got that, you haven't got anything. That's why I say you've got to have a plan, Once we, Rick finally went to the doctor yesterday. Oh, it's good. And Rick from Sober Start seems really nice. Red, I collect Man United. So a lot of people think that alcoholics just drink to get drunk. Well, they don't realise that you're drinking the pain and anxiety. I agree. Yeah, we're not drinking to get drunk. We drink to get rid of the pain and anxiety and try and get rid of these horrible thoughts of impending doom, I call it, and the impending doom is really, it's quite torturous for me. It's a crushing feeling, Sober Start guy is taking the piss. It's very obvious he's not serious about getting sober. So releases endless nonsense videos. Yeah, I agree with that, my friends, to say. I say he did mention to me, he wasn't too bad about me. I don't know much about him, so I don't want to comment on him. We've concentrated on us, I think, getting us healthy, getting us with a solid group, and getting things moved. Do you absolutely to try to just drink, be normal, and stop the withdrawal? Yeah, that's what I did the last few years of drinking. Well, the 5 years I was really ill, I drank to try and stop the withdrawal, to try and feel better, trying to feel normal, and I never did. I'm not from Manchester. I just watched Charlie Vale. Gabo, but I understand addiction. Yeah, drink to feel normal. You do, yeah. I'm from Cambridge, St Ives. I know St Ives. I hope this is better. Let me know if it's better without the ads. A couple of people did mention it last night. The flow is better. If it does, then please hit the buy me coffee link or drop a super chat in, and it all helps to keep this moving along. If you're too clever, this is you and the addiction both talking. Yeah, you talk yourself into thinking that, Claire, that alcohol is the only thing which will help. I don't know about rats. I have some funny dreams even now. 68 people. It's really good. This. Let's put the number again for this WhatsApp group. If anybody's interested, just text me. I'm putting the international code on, obviously, because there could be people from all over the place. I'm surprised how many people are on from Canada and America sometimes as well, and Australia. There's someone from Finland the other night. Yeah, you've got to really, like I said, commitment. It's hard, isn't it? To commit to something every day. All you've got to do when you think about it is break it down. You've got to commit to something every day. And that's staying sober. Coffee man, that's Everton, isn't it? Commit every day to being sober. It's not that you're going for a heart operation. All you got to do is not pick up the drink, have something else, and make sure you don't have any alcohol. It can't be that difficult, can it? It cannot be that difficult. Two great legends lost within a few days. Ozzy and this Hogan. Who's next? Yeah, Paul. Everything comes in threes. Could be. New York. Nice one, man. I'd love to go to New York. I did have something planned to go there with my daughter, and then she felt pregnant, so didn't go. I might go with my fiance. Why did you go without hot water? See, why did you go without hot water? Hot water. Oh, I just couldn't bear anybody coming into the flat to fix anything. Horrendous. Hello, Glenn. How are you doing? I've been talking about a few different subjects here. If you want to add anything to anything, I'm trying to. There's a number on here. My number's on here a couple of times. I'm starting this WhatsApp group off. A private members group would be good. If you want to do it, then drop me a line or just send me a hi, and I'll get your number from there. The horror movie nightmare, horrendous. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? People have reality TV shows. The impending doom, yes, for the fear of the fear is generated in the mind. Right? It is a constant panic attack. Yeah, the impending doom every day when you wake up, you get a letter that's brown envelope. You think it's from the tax man. You think you're going to go to prison. What if you haven't paid a couple of quid? It's pathetic. Fear of fear. Good point. Hope you're enjoying the lives again tonight. I hope we enjoy them every night. So I'd like to keep doing this every single night. Not when I'm away out with my partner, I won't do them. But my point is, if they do work, then we'll keep going. I'll keep doing with them. And if you drop the odd coffee in or a super chat, I'll do more and we'll make them bigger and better. And this WhatsApp thing will get bigger and better as well. And by Christmas, we'll have hundreds of people on here. And I want to get 100 people, as I mentioned in the past, to meet up and become sort of leaders here. Because it could be huge, this. We could do a lot of good. We could save the NHS a lot of money and get something back ourselves. Notoriety, if you want to go on TV, I don't know, write a book. There's all sorts of spin-offs from this. Paul, how do you night? How to you? Good night to you. How's bedtime wishes to everyone? And to you, Paul. Refusal to allow people into your house. It's an embarrassment. It is, yeah. You don't want. You see, the thing is, I had the bathroom fixed years and years ago. I was drinking in the other room. I couldn't sort of stand the fact that somebody's going to be in my house for hours. I couldn't get out of the house. I thought, bloody hell, I'll have a drink somewhere. And I was putting in flasks and things. Fucking ridiculous, man. I struggle to breathe. I think it's anxiety, but I've had CT scan and I have inflammation on the right lung. All of even the most minor things, right, will get worse with alcohol. Even your immune system goes down. The guys I speak to in the pub are still drinking. Oh, a lot of them have colds and flus regularly, My girlfriend Victoria lives in New York and red hot over there. Oh, always warm. This channel is going to be massive because it's just an honest and safe place to chat about anything. Yeah, good point, Paul. Very honest. There's no judgment here. I mean, if people step out of order, they shouldn't come back in line. Because it's helpful and it's good and it needs to be pushed more to help more people. Because I don't want anybody to fall by the wayside and end up in the hospital or worse. It's so easy to do. I've done it after 8 years. Suddenly back on it. A week later, I'm having full-time drinking on my mind again. It's absolutely horrendous. I said, please drop me a coffee or a super chat if you wish to. Leave a donation just to support the channel. It takes a bit of doing. But I will keep going to help everybody. And if you come on here, we'll all help each other, can't we? The fears from the constant embarrassment oneself and pushing people's boundaries. I think the fear of becoming abandoned. That's a good point. Yes, I think Bertie's he's going to be a good lad now. Maybe put him as a moderator at some point. There might be a few promotions coming up if people behave themselves. I really enjoy being out in the garden. I always can pass and feel relaxed. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? When you drink alone, I was sneaky weirdo. But I mentioned that the relapse is over the summer, but I also think the relapse is over the winter. I think that was my danger time, winter time. I didn't have enough to do. Summertime, there's alternatives because you have got the option of going for a walk, sit in a beer garden, have a Coke or something, or orange juice. But you won't do it in the winter. Winter is isolation time, and that's when people hit the booze more. Now, I had a company called Dial Drink who used to bring my booze around, but there's hundreds of companies, There's quite a few companies just will deliver your beer now, isn't it? Or your wine or whatever your poison is. And that could set you off again. Quite easily, couldn't it? If you start drinking again, you're knackered, aren't you? Completely knackered. And every time that you relapse, it's going to be worse because it's got the kindling effect, and that will cause you more issues than ever. Especially mentally, you just think, God, I've been off for 8 years and I've started drinking again. You go downhill rapidly. Your mind gets fucked up, as it were. Yeah, it makes me a liar. Yeah. It completely messes with your mind. It's mind-altering, isn't it? It's a mind-altering drug. A daily routine is essential for depression and anxiety instead of sitting in the wall 100%, yeah. You've got to do something. Got to have structure. You can't do nothing. I'm outside this evening doing this. Yeah, I'm outside. Yeah, get outside. Best place to be. Must have cut down the licorice. Yeah. Hopefully he has. Very slow on donations now. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Michael Moran, I was in the craft beer they've used to get it all delivered. It's expensive, though, isn't it? I went to one of these shops just for the neighbour the other day. I did an Instagram thing about this little beer shop that's in Northumberland. Some of the bottles were about £8. What's all that? I couldn't afford that. I wouldn't say what's all that about. Aren't the nights long and lonely when you're on your own drinking? Used to watch a wildlife program about 4 a.m. every day. Yeah, I was completely stuck in that cycle, waking up in the middle of the night and never slept properly. Listening to the radio. I didn't have any TV at the time. I couldn't get anything fixed. I didn't want to let anybody in. Alcohol and antidepressant. Yeah, not good. I felt it was scared to leave my apartment on me. £5 a can. A good IPA. It's crackers, isn't it? £5 for a cup of for one beer. So I'll just reiterate that here, there's no odds in here. So if you do want to drop a donation in the coffee or the super chat, I'd be very grateful. £5 for one can of beer is madness. But I've just, it's been a sort of a fad or a fashion thing, isn't it? To try these craft beers. And people have, maybe moved away from ordinary lagers and something. This beats I wasn't interested in reading from the book. This is more I'm being into. Thanks, James. And we'll get the WhatsApp group going. It'll be even better. I'll put the number again. +44 if you're outside the UK, of course. Drop me a line on this number if you want to join the WhatsApp group. How to access WhatsApp group? Joe, just text me this number. I haven't started yet. I'm just gathering numbers. And I want it to be like a self-help place, which would be obviously available all the time, because I'm not going to be available all the time. But the other people are on here who know it more than I do as well. The only way a person can achieve a real state of calm and relaxation is by being totally free of alcohol or any form of drugs. Very true. Good point, Paul. I find common interest groups a bit culty. It's not a bit like that. This is a bit more laid back than common interest. We can talk about anything. Football, talk about liquors, all sorts, whatever you like. Brewdog just closing 10 bars. Did you ever go on once? Brewdog. Is that this? They do it. Brewdog, I'm not sure. I know some companies do 0% pale ale thing. Same as 20 years. No, I don't think A was it for me. I think I get the feeling that A is not for a lot of people actually. I would drive to different off licenses to stop the stuff thinking that I had a problem. Yeah, the guilt of the secret drinker. And me. His head got in the same places. I can get a taxi to another place, or even get a taxi to drop it off. The amount of craft beer, yeah, thanks, Michael. The amount of money I spent on taxis and getting things delivered and panicking in case Dialer Drink weren't working on a Sunday night or a bank holiday, all this sort's really bad. Propanol is very weak. Oh, it's a waste of time. That you need the diazepam. You need some strong sedatives really to get off the beer. You know, I was sat in Middlesbrough today about how you said it's a really strange place. It's incredible, isn't it, Claire? Really, really weird. There's a cafe opposite the Court called the Industry Cafe, which is quite nice. And opposite, next along from that, there's a Morrison's, and the other side there's this Pig Iron pub called Pig Iron in the central. Absolutely mad places. Other than half a mile, 24-hour off license. Yeah, two available. Xanax. I think Xanax is what used now. I see people waiting for the pub 9 o'clock, Michael. Yeah, it's beyond belief, isn't it? Really, how people are being taken up by this. It's beyond comprehension, isn't it? I see people waiting for them 9 o'clock. They're alcoholics and they're being fed this sort of cheap beer by. But well, this one's on there. They give Ativan in the hospital, painful plaster. Niacin in the arse. What that is. Some places don't. Some places get more help than others. I don't think much help in the UK. I've just saying. I've got a friend in Greece who's got off the drug. Well, not a friend. He's become a friend through this. Did a couple of one-to-ones with him. Got him off the drink. His wife came back and everything. So his life's pretty good. Another cigarette. Oh yeah. I've done the cancer risk. I said, oh yeah, that's a good one. How long does alcohol stay in your system? Well, it was in my system all the time. It varies depending on your age and your health. To be honest with you, we're doing a daily. Matthew, I'll do a daily 10 p.m. every night if I get some funding. Well, I just have the odd super chat, maybe buy me a coffee. I'll do it. But it takes a bit of work, so I'll see how it goes. A bit of a test period at the moment, but we've had a couple of donations this week, which has been really good. And people put a little bit in here and there, keeps things ticking over. And if people benefit from it, I'll keep doing it, and we'll get a bit of funding in. It's a bit of a mix of things, isn't it? Really. I think about nearly 2 weeks now I've been doing it, but it's been quite successful. I've got a hardcore about 60 people. It'd be nice to get that to 100. There was no training on manual for an alcoholic. We seem to do exactly the same things. Yeah, it's just a pattern of behaviour, isn't it, that we all get into with alcohols. About a week. Same here. I used to go around different shops. Paul, but of course you need some Libium diazepam for a short while. Like I said, there's no ads. There's no ads on this channel now. Not for the lives anyway. So if you do want to help out, then please drop a super chat or the buy me coffee link's useful as well. So I'll keep doing them until something else comes along. Alcohol tolerance. What is alcohol tolerance? We get alcohol tolerance if we drink for longer and drink stronger stuff, basically. That's how I got it. And there is, apparently there are statistics that say the earlier you start, the younger you start drinking, then the more chance you've got of becoming alcoholic. And I believe that, to be honest. I think that's very true. That was the case with me and a lot of people I sort of drank with, if that makes sense. To get out of the system. Pig iron is one of the worst. Many people spend all day. They do, yeah. Do you live in that area, Claire? Come, maybe there soon. I'll give it. I'll meet up there. Yeah, to get how does it take to get alcohol out of the system? Mine never went. I was just top of drinking, really. That makes me drink even more. But yeah, it's dangerous to drink on diazepam. I have heard stories of alcoholics pissed after 1 pint. Yeah, I think top of drinking, you're sort of on a constant bender. You're in constant sort of intoxication mode, aren't you? The painful stuff is what the liver metabolizes. Oh, horrendous, man. I don't know my liver's still there. You always have to be prepared for that powerful drive to want to have a drink, even when off for a while. It feels like possession. It does, mind, yeah. It does. It's incredibly strong desire, isn't it, to drink, and it becomes like an obsession, isn't it? You don't have to drink for ages. Well, maybe after night duty, you hadn't had many drinks all week. I used to have a couple of cans in the morning, but by the time the days off came, I was sort of gagging for a few pints, like a lot. If that makes sense. I used to have some when I was working, but not a lot. I mean, I'm not on duty, but when I had time off between shifts, I have a couple. When I was off, I was out. That makes sense. You know what I mean? It was crazy. The times I used to drink lots and lots of stuff, far too much, to be honest. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so send your numbers to that number I've given you. And I'll start the WhatsApp group off in a different with a different number. But I'll get the links now to you at some point. I think it'll be really good, especially in the winter times. I'm a bit worried about the winter, not for myself, but for other people. When you get a hard winter, a lot of people relapse, you know. Matthew, it's brilliant that you're helping people. How we started a GoFundMe page with a GoFundMe page. Let me check a screenshot of that. I don't know much about that actually. Is that like a charity or something? GoFundMe page. I mean, I'm just getting a few donations from people who bought a coffee, that sort of thing, you know, or super chat in here type thing. GoFundMe page. Okay, I'll look at that. I'm just learning as I go along because we've only been doing a couple of weeks, you say. Nothing can stop me if I get the urge. But thanks for that, Matthew. I appreciate it. But at the moment, I'll just keep the ads free. I'll keep the ads off here. And then if anyone wants to donate anything, then they can buy me coffee, or they can drop a super chat in, something like that. If you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, when I get sober, the peace of mind is felt alien. My addiction was this drama. Yeah, I see what I mean, drama and chaos. I've got a lot of drama and chaos in my life. It's good, it's healthy. You know, and that's quite good. It's mad when it's easy to drink liters of alcohol, but hard to drink liters of water. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Nobody can drink 8 liters of water, but we need to drink 8 liters of beer over a day. I used to drink them Steins when I used to go to Italy and Germany. Enzymes in the liver convert the alcohol, ethanol, acetaldehyde, acetate, which are used in industrial cleaners. Jesus. But when ex-drinkers, we are all still obsessed with drink. Possibly, yeah. I'm so glad you're here, VRT. I mean, there's a lot of people being very ill on here, you know, in the past. I work in Middlesbrough, live along the coast. Do you ever go to Seaburn anyway? No, but if you work in Middlesbrough, I'll meet you in Middlesbrough. You know where the industry cafe is opposite court. Send me a number. Because my fiance does some work down there. Have a little bit of chin wag. We'll have another Guinness in the Central. The Central's worse than the Pig Iron. Another question here. Yeah, why did I quit drinking? Someone asked me why I quit drinking. I had to stop drinking because I was going to die, and that's where I had to completely commit to being sober for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Not a good place to be, is it? Acid reflux used to get me. Oh, it's horrible, acid reflux, isn't it? I used to drink. What's it called again? Stuff that gives it for heartburn. Gaviscon. God. And Rene, I still have Rene. Tomorrow, Bob, like I said, you could give up drink for 20 years and 20 days, or 20 days, you're only one drink away from disaster. Yeah, that's very true. No matter how long you've been off, you just take that one again, you're back to square one, and then you're on the road to ruin. Um, you know, it's not good at all. It will take you straight back to where you came from. Thanks for Dazza for the donation tonight for the coffee. I'll do a few more minutes. I'll do about another what's it got 11:30, shall we? If people are still engaging and stuff like such like. If you want to drop a donation, then please do and keep going a bit longer. Got about 60 odd people, which is good. Again, you're talking nonsense. Not the beer is most water. The world dead by now. Don't get the urge. The secret to staying off is realizing how bad you were, how ill you were in the past, and how well you're going to feel in the future. And if I don't get really cravings, but if I think about it, I think, well, I'm doing all right now. I wasn't doing all right before, if that makes sense. I was struggling in my life, in the past. I never felt good. I always felt ill all the time. Never felt well, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good place to be. Feeling rough all the time. Faced my fear, I'm afraid of the mailbox. Yeah, I used to hate opening letters and speaking to people, and I wouldn't even let workmen in the flat to fix it. Reframing how I feel alcohol just has helped me stop for 9 months. There are zero benefits from drinking. Be right there. Yeah, right there. What is a Thursday? We haven't got any super chats in at all, and a little bit of coffee. So if you do benefit from, please consider dropping a little bit in. Doesn't matter how much, just a little bit will do. Reframing how you view alcohol. That's the best thing. It's mindset, though, isn't it? Realize that it's a poison and not something you enjoy. You're never going to enjoy it if you're hooked on it, because you're drinking because you're addicted, not because you get a buzz or because you like the taste of it or because it's good with a meal or because you think it's going to do you some good. You just drink because you have to. That was my problem. I had to drink because if I didn't, I feel I was going to collapse. I'd do something stupid or just feeling ill. I got sick of being sick, you know what I mean? But then again, I still didn't stop. I didn't want to stop because I was so fearful of having seizures. Once you've had one seizure, you see, you don't want to have another one. But when I eventually got to hospital, I felt better. At least I thought, well, I'm actually in the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing. That made me feel better. And the mailbox things made me jump. I stopped opening letters for 2 years. Jesus, man. I can relate to that, Steve. I've lost lots of well-paid jobs. Could have still been in them if my lifestyle had been different. Yeah, I think about it every day. How far I would have gone on the police? How much more money? I mean, at one point we had a house in London and a house in Epping Forest as well. I couldn't have stayed with my wife at the time. She was a nutcase. But I could have maybe got some more promotion, kept the two properties, and I'd been multi-millionaire now. So I did work extremely hard when I was young. But we lose out. Yeah, we'll do that, Claire. I'll put a number in there. Just text me. So yeah, I could have done better than I am doing now. However, you can't turn the clock back. You can only wind it up again, and you can't have regrets because it's too late. Excessive water intake is often related to electrolyte imbalance, hyponatremia, which can cause serious health issues like brain swelling, can even be fatal. Yeah, I had I had something like that when I was drinking because there's something to do with sodium. Dave, same as Michael Ships. Michael Ships sacked off NLB. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Yeah, I've heard that hypernatremia. Addiction is so common, but still the stigma of moral weakness. Even by medics it is, isn't it? Where the medics talk to you. Oh, just cut down, do this, and but you can't just do it. It's not that easy, is it? It's a lot more difficult than people realise to cut down, to stop. And it's not easy to do. There's me and Samara and a few others on here have been really through the mill with this. And, a lot of you here will relapse again, but don't beat yourself up about it. The key to this is staying consistent. Yeah? Staying committed. I go to the gym. Don't just go once a month. Go 4 or 5 times a week, 3 times a week, every week. Even on holiday, go for an extra walk. Don't have the extra burger. Just be consistent with everything. Be consistent with your diet. Be consistent with, I'm consistent with these lives at the moment. Just consistency will get you where you want to be in the end. It's something that might take a bit of time, but you have to be focused, committed, and be consistent. If you remember those 3 things, then you'll beat this, no problem. And don't be fearful of the consequences. And, I hope you're enjoying the live so far. I think, how many days have we been doing? Maybe 12, 13 days. We've had about 50, 60, 80 people one night. And if you do want to support the channel, then please do by hitting the coffee link or the super chat or super sticker. And we'll keep going as long as we can with this. I don't see any reason why we've got to stop. If it's helping people, and people, donate a little bit and keep all the equipment up to date, and we'll do all right. And when I get this WhatsApp group going as well, that'll help. People can go on the WhatsApp group and ask all sorts of questions. It's not a medical thing. If you're seriously ill, then you've got to ring 999. But you can talk about things like life and dating and how you feel and fashion and all sorts of things, because you've got to completely change your life. And if you've been stuck in the bottom of the bottle, like the rest of us, we can all talk about similar things in a way about how we want to get better, and you get better as a group, all in the same boat, rowing in a better direction. Very true. If you release, it's only a little slip. I used to carry on with guilt. I've let myself down, but then, blips are blips. Tomorrow's another day, isn't it? Maybe you and I would have been a dangerous pair. Can you imagine if we all got on the booze? 100 of us. Jesus Christ. I think we're better off the booze as a group. And have such a laugh and go for a nice meal somewhere. I'm thinking about just after Christmas. They would get some funds together and then hire somewhere mid-country. We would meet up, couldn't we? Hello, Shane. Thanks very much for that donation. Really appreciate that. Thanks for the super chats. Anything like that helps me a lot. Cheers, Shane. So appreciate it. Round of applause for Shane. Well done. And it would be good to get together and have a, after Christmas do type thing. It'd be so good to meet everybody, wouldn't it? Because we'll get stronger. Because we've got a few characters on here already, haven't we? And thanks, Shane. So appreciate that so much. Appreciate the coffee does it from earlier. Relapses get worse, never a reason to relapse. Only excuse. Good point. Stuart Rock, you sound pissed. No, I couldn't think. I wouldn't be here tomorrow if I drank. I wouldn't have been there last week. I would have been dead 5 years ago if I drank. So I've finished with that. Carry on. Darren. So you be committed, be focused, and be strong as well. You need to be. Steve, how do I know doing it? There's a super chat thing on here. At the top, there's a buy me a coffee link. If you just click that, you can go through and buy me a coffee if you wish to, Joe. That's the best way to do it. It's pinned at the top. The commitment, the focus, the will to live as well. You've got to have a strong will to live. You've got to have a strong will to want to live well. And we'll get you through it. I can get most people off the booze. I've spoken to quite a lot of people. I've spoken to quite a lot of people, and a lot of people have come off it and stayed off it. Some people will relapse. I relapsed many times. But I didn't know enough about it. I had nobody to talk to. My parents didn't really know much about it. The doctor was very, very... cheers, Joe. That's just a link at the top there, the coffee link. The doctors didn't really want to know a bit about it. They just kept saying to me, just cut down. I couldn't. I mean, when I went to the doctor when I was about 30, she said to me, you've got to try and give it up. And the reason I didn't give it up, I could have given it up. I didn't want to. I was enjoying my life too much. It's me and my ex-wife. Had a beautiful house in Epping Forest, had good jobs, bit of cash. She didn't drink very much. And I used to do my own thing. If you get what I mean, some of the guys know what I mean. I used to just go out and drink on my own. And I used to love it and meet a few of the people. And it was my life. It was good. I was working hard, and I thought I can party hard as well, But that only lasts so long. You can't drive an old car at 100 miles an hour forever. It's going to break, isn't it? You've got to slow down a bit, I know someone whose eyes in the corners. That makes sense. Or yellowish. Oh God, yeah. I met a guy in hospital. He's all of his eyes, like the white bits weren't white. They were like really sort of bright lemon colour. To be honest, absolutely horrendous. He's a young guy as well, And he stopped drinking. He used to drink bottles of wine after he'd finished in the post office. And his partner, some collapsed. Anyway, I was in the hospital for 10 weeks. And he was there. And he'd just been brought in about a day before me, apparently. And she used to come in every day. And he used to pull around the curtains, pull the curtains on. I must have a bit of kiss and cuddle. So I don't know. She just sat with him. And as time went on, she came less and less. So, maybe sometimes don't trust people. And look after yourself, because people don't hang around long when you're unwell, Not if you've got options. Think about it. You've got to be strong, and you have to be strong for yourself and for others, because no one's going to look after you, really, for long. Because people have got their own lives, and you need to be strong for yourself. You need to be robust for yourself. You need to be true to yourself, and you have to want to do this. If you don't want to do it, there's no point in being here. Your goal has to be, I'm going to go alcohol, and I'm not going to drink again, because I'll let the team down. And that's why I think this will work. Because you can think, oh God, I'd love a drink tomorrow night, Friday night. And I said it's going to get much worse in the winter, right? And people get lonely, get pissed off. Money's a bit tight, because the money will get tight. The recession is biting hard now. AI is coming in faster than snow. It's just coming really, really quickly. AI is going to be here. Lots of job losses and all that sort of thing, You've got to be very mindful of that. There's loads of conflict in the world. There's conflict in the UK. And you have to be strong to battle through this. It's not going to be... Many of us have children, people like that, you've got to be strong for them as well. Because one of the things that happened to me when I was in hospital, 2020, my daughter came in and said, I don't need to die, because I want you to walk me down the aisle, So there are millions of people out there with incurable terminal illnesses who don't want to die. We are lucky that we have the ability and choice to live a longer, simple choice. Yeah, that's true. We haven't got terminal illnesses, most of us. We have a choice not whether to drink or not. That's how easy when you qualify in your mind. We don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one's watching. To a point. But yeah, be lost without my partner, girlfriend of 20 years. She's great support and I'm much worse without her. Well, that's good to hear. The supportive partner, it makes such a difference. But if you haven't got one of those, I didn't at the time, because people run away sometimes, and they get pissed off with it all. And the amount of guys I've spoken, especially men, it tends to be men who are alcoholic. There's more women coming into the frame, mind, because of they're drinking more. But when you're alone, you overthink when you're alone. There's nobody to talk to, and this is why this WhatsApp group I think is going to work, because you can get on here and talk to somebody, can't you? Down Bedsit Land and Hartington Road, Stockton-on-Tees, but it keeps me in check. If again I will lose everything. Exactly. I stay alive for my son and my little bulldog, even though he ate the new football yesterday. I don't know what that film's called. Is it called Afterlife? Where the guy, Ricky Gervais, stays alive because of his dog. Quite moving, that, isn't it? I don't know if you got the link, Joe. It's at the top of there. If you're still on. So, you've got to have reasons to stay alive. It's been a heavy night tonight, which is good, because, we can't have a laugh every night about it. And you've got to focus on this, and you've got to keep, every night you've got to be here. I'll be here if you're here. And I want you to make that your mantra, as it were. I don't even know what a mantra is really, but I heard somebody mention it. Committed to staying sober, right? When you get that in your head, you'll stay sober. If you lose that, you'll fail. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. If you lose that commitment, I'll tell you a quick story here. 20 weeks, AVRT. Thanks for that donation, £5, fantastic. The person has been at constant feud with misfortunes, requires skin calloused by suffering. They fight all the way to the ground, never go. AVRT, thanks so much for that donation. Really appreciate that. It's good to see that. I like to get some good feedback. And there's been some fantastic comments tonight as well, really good. And it's just it makes a difference, to get some positive stuff. And little donation, or big donation actually, makes a massive difference to the channel. And to keep going with 50 people this time of night is fantastic. Thanks very much, Joe. And that's Joe as well, donated some stuff to me in the AVRT. Every little helps, I'll be here every night for you if you want. If it saves your life, it's a small amount just to keep this running, because it does take time, it takes effort, and it takes some equipment to do it. And it's not going to phase me. I'll keep going because I'm quite strong. Maybe I can relate to the afterlife. Ricky Gervais, yeah, that's him. Yeah, cheers to everybody and everybody else has donated. I really appreciate them. Thanks very much for that. The thing is with this alcohol thing, we know it's going to kill us early if we carry on. And it's just having the strength of character to come out of it, like I said. And all these people with terminal illnesses and things, young people who are dying, and all sorts of things. We don't have to go down that road because we've got the choice to be sober. We've got the choice to live another 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And all we've got to do is just get in your head that alcohol's not good. Where do we get this feeling that it's so good? What does it do? It doesn't make you rich, it makes you poor. It doesn't make you healthy, it makes you unhealthy. It doesn't give you a strong physique, it weakens your physique. It doesn't improve your looks, it makes it worse. It doesn't improve your your job prospects, you're unemployed. You can't buy a bigger house, you lose your house. All of it's negative, isn't it? Every part of alcohol is negative. Not one thing in the long term, or even the short term, to be honest, is positive. Joe, I've been on bend all week, done 2 bottles of rosy a day. I don't want to do, I can always tape it. Yeah, you've got to try to tape it down a little bit until I speak to you. That's the best way. Just don't paint the town red. Yeah, if you can tape it down, it's good without any medication. I think it's hard to get medication in the UK. It was for me. I couldn't even get it in 2019. And I knew I was in trouble then when I couldn't get it, because I thought, well, if I can't get the medication, I've got no chance. The only way I can get off or survive is to basically keep drinking and self-medicating. That was the worst thing I could ever do, to be honest. It wasn't good at all. It's not nice feeling when you self-medicate. All you're doing is going around in circles, and you become completely disillusioned with life, and you become depressed. I become very depressed. All that negativity is our list of evidence can be used against the addiction. It's very true. Yeah, use the negativity against it. Those days are gone. Just plenty of tea. Paint is the most important drink. Yeah. Good point, Sean. Yeah, why do we want to kill ourselves anymore? We don't. Let's move on. Close. I've said before, people who want to do one-to-ones, close that chapter of your life, and let's make this an alcohol-free zone where everyone's going to get healthy and fit, and even make a few quid. Go and get another job, start a business, write a book. Because if you I'm going to take the top 100 people here, and I'm going to really create an opportunity for everybody. What does just day 4 withdrawal bring? To be honest, Paul, I was in hospital when I actually came off the last time. Before that, I was on diazepam, so the withdrawal was quite soft, if that makes sense, like a soft landing, relief. Yeah, can't do it. The thing is, day 4, I'm not sure about that. Everyone's different, aren't they, you see? I mean, if you've got any major health problems, then you've got to see the docs. Anything happens to you, feel rough, you don't want to just stop like I didn't have seizures. 2 seizures in one day. Okay. Why am I still here? Talking of dogs, this little French kid that's walked in with his leading his mouth. Until next time, everyone. See you, Nebby. No sleep, Paul. Doing that 6 minutes, takes to 11:30. Like an hour and a half, enough, isn't it? Every night. I'm awesome down as well. I've just got a job on. I'm helping somebody out tomorrow. Had that for 5 days. So focus. Be positive. Close the chapter. Close the door behind you and say, right, this is it. I'm done with boozing. I want to be alive. I want to be kicking. I want to have a good life. I want to go on holiday. Maybe get yourself a partner if you want, or look after the partner you've got. Save some money. Invest some money. Buy a new car. Buy some new clothes. Get a good haircut. Whatever you want to do. I didn't have my haircut for years. I ended up with this ponytail. It looked like some sort of concentration camp cat weasel character. And I'd been 6'3", smart as a dart, policeman with some rank in central London. How did I go from that to looking like fucking cat weasel, 9 stone wet through? All because of the booze. Neil, 4 days no sleep, Jesus. That, if you get to get through that, will hopefully right itself. You've got to be careful that you just try and get a little bit relaxed. Not sleeping's good, not good. You've got to try and get some rest, Okay, well, it's 25 past now, so let's think about what happens tonight. It's Thursday night, so back on tomorrow, Friday. Might get a few more people on tomorrow, hopefully. And we'll maybe getting 3 hours sleep at night, so hopefully it'll be improved. It will. You get by the weekend, you feel better. You will. You feel much better. If I go through 3 days and the worst was over, like Sue said, everyone's different. Yeah, well, it depends what you eat and all this sort of thing. Your body mass and all. There's lots of different factors involved here. And this one, I'm thinking, Matthew, I've got an email. Yeah, you can just text me on this number. Probably easier. And then you can join the WhatsApp group maybe as well if you want. That's the number there. But the email address and all the links to different things is in the description part of the videos. Paul, thanks. I can sort of take a while to get sleeping. Right, let's wrap this up tonight because it's nearly 11:30, and I hope thanks, Matt. Hope everyone has a decent sleep and has a good day tomorrow. And thanks to everybody who's donated and for everybody who's been on here and contributed as always. And appreciate what you're doing for yourselves and for me and for each other. Good night, Bertie. Good night, Grantwin. And I just think it's a good group. It's a solid group of very clever people here who are all focused on the same goal, which is to get sober, healthy, and move life on, and be good people again. Because the drink makes you a bit of a bastard. It did me. It made me a liar, deceitful, and that sort of thing. It's not a good look. Okay, we'll say good night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. When it's called 10 bells, isn't it? I'll see you at 10 bells. Thanks, Samara. I'll speak to you soon. And then when we get this WhatsApp group, we'll be able to carry this on, if that makes sense. Everybody wants to keep talking, then we'll just do it on that, yeah? All the best, folks, and I'll catch you at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. As Trevor McDonald would say, what did you say? The end of the 10 o'clock news or something. Extended 10 o'clock news. See you soon.